Perkenalkan, nama saya Ketut Heria Dharma Utami, SPD MPD. Saya adalah dosen pada Prodi PGSD Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan Undiksa. Pengajaran sebagai salah satu unsur Tridharma perguruan tinggi adalah unsur wajib yang dilakukan sesuai bidang keilmuan. Mata kuliah yang saya ampu adalah mata kuliah sesuai bidang keilmuan saya, yakni mata kuliah pembelajaran Bahasa Inggris SD dengan kode mata kuliah GSDS 120704. Mata kuliah ini memiliki bobot 2 SKS dengan 16 kali pertemuan, termasuk UTS dan final project. Mata kuliah ini memuat pokok bahasan tentang kompetensi inti, kompetensi dasar bahasa Inggris di SD, karakteristik perkembangan anak, teori perolehan dan perkembangan bahasa anak, prinsip pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak, metode pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak, media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD, teaching listening to children, teaching speaking to children, teaching reading to children, teaching writing to children, assessment dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD, serta bahan ajar bahasa Inggris di SD. Capaian mata kuliah ini yakni mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan karakteristik perkembangan anak, teori perolehan dan perkembangan bahasa anak, prinsip pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak, metode pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak, media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD, mengajar 4 keterampilan berbahasa, asesmen dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD, serta menyusun dan mengembangkan RPP atau bahan ajar bahasa Inggris di SD. Metode pembelajaran yakni menggunakan metode ceramah dengan dui bahasa, diskusi, tanya jawab, serta observasi. Adapun strategi pembelajaran yakni menjelaskan dan menunjukkan contoh dengan media, memberikan kesempatan kepada mahasiswa untuk mempraktikkan langsung baik dengan simulasi atau presentasi, serta memberikan evaluasi sehingga mahasiswa mendapatkan input yang relevan dan mengetahui tingkat pemahaman siswa. Perkuliahan pada mata kuliah ini menggunakan sistem tatap muka dan juga tatap maya. Tatap muka dilakukan dengan bobot 60% dari keseluruhan jumlah pertemuan per semester dan tatap maya dilakukan 40% dengan memanfaatkan platform Google Meet. Mata kuliah ini juga dapat diakses pada laman e-learning Undiksa guna memudahkan mahasiswa mengunggah dan juga mengunduh materi dan tugas perkuliahan. Metode pembelajaran yang digunakan dalam mata kuliah ini adalah ceramah dan diskusi bilingual atau dui bahasa dengan memanfaatkan media pembelajaran seperti PowerPoint dan Smartboard. Penilaian dalam mata kuliah ini menggunakan instrumen tes dan juga non-tes. Instrumen tes digunakan untuk mengukur pemahaman mahasiswa terkait topik yang disampaikan, sedangkan non-tes digunakan untuk mengukur performa mahasiswa saat mempresentasikan pokok bahasan dalam kelompok atau individu. Di akhir perkuliahan, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menghasilkan pengembangan metode dan strategi belajar yang kreatif dan inovatif dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak-anak. Mahasiswa juga diharapkan dapat mengembangkan perangkat serta media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak-anak berbasis teknologi. Luaran dari mata kuliah ini adalah modul ajar serta video praktek mengajar menggunakan metode, strategi, dan media mengajar yang kreatif dan inovatif dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Luaran tersebut akan dipamerkan dalam pameran inovasi yang dilaksanakan setiap akhir semester. Pada video kali ini, saya akan menampilkan video kegiatan pembelajaran di kelas saya dengan materi media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD. Dalam kegiatan pembelajaran ini, model pembelajaran yang digunakan adalah 1. Delivery, yakni dosen menyampaikan materi dengan jelas kepada mahasiswa. 2. Interaction, dosen dan mahasiswa melakukan interaksi dalam diskusi dan tanya jawab. Yang ketiga, assessment, yakni pemberian tugas kepada mahasiswa dan evaluasi untuk mengukur pemahaman mahasiswa terkait materi yang diajarkan. Deskripsi kemampuan yang diharapkan adalah mahasiswa mampu menggunakan media pembelajaran dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di SD. Untuk itu, mari kita simak video berikut ini. Good morning everyone.
Good morning, Miss. Stand up. Okay. Before we start the lesson, can we start praying? Praying start. Praying finish. Panganjali. Om Swastiastu.
Om Swastiastu.
Salam harmoni.
Salam harmoni. Right. Sit down, please. All right. Well, everyone, how are you today? I'm pretty sure that you are very happy right now because meeting me. Okay, so today I'm planning to continue our lessons, but before I would like to ask you about what is actually our previous meeting. I feel like I do sure that you have already still remind what we have learned in the previous week. Surya, what we have learned in the previous week?
About learning media.
Learning media. Okay. Previously, I have asked you to prepare or learn several articles or read several articles dealing with the teaching media, right? Because today we are going to discuss about the teaching media to teach English for young learners. Oke, jadi hari ini kita akan belajar tentang pembelajaran atau apa? Media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris SD. Okay, so I'm going to give me a minute for this. I'm going to connect this with the whiteboard. Okay. All right. So look at this, everyone. Okay. So now, because we are going to discuss about teaching media. What comes up into your minds about teaching media? Teaching media. Kira-kira dalam pikiran Anda, media pembelajaran itu sebenarnya apa? Surya.
Okay, so based on the article that I've read, learning media is any tools or materials that help teacher to explain the material and to make abstract ideas to be concrete.
Very good. So media is a tools. Look at this. If you were a kid, if you were supposed that you were in the first, second, or third grade of primary school, which one do you prefer to learn? To learn by. From this one, realia, concrete media, puppets, flashcard, or books? Or maybe only whiteboard or blackboard, pen and paper, games, what? Puppets. If you were the third grade or the second grade of primary school, do you prefer puppets? Yes. Do you prefer this one as well? Yes. A concrete media, right? Do you prefer a storybook? Yes. All right. How about flashcard? Yes. Exactly. So these are the media. Why is it important? Because the kids love media. The kids need tools to transform from a very abstract thing into the concrete thing, helped by the series of media. So the learning objectives of today's meetings are: you will be able to explain the principle of effective instructional media for teaching English to young learners, or we can say TEYL. And the second one is able to identify appropriate instructional media based on the teaching objectives and also the characteristic of young learners. The third one is able to demonstrate the appropriate use of instructional media. So those three objectives, you will achieve at the end of this meeting. You got it? Okay. So you will know we are going to discuss about the principle as we having a Q&A previously, and then also identify the appropriate media, and at the end demonstrating. So you gonna make a media. Okay. The product of today's meeting is making a media for appropriate characteristic of young learners. Okay. So look at this. So from this abstract language concept, teaching media help them to comprehend a very complex explanations by providing immediate context. Jadi comprehension itu kan pemahaman konsep, Dede ya. And then the second one, teaching media help them have a long retention. What is retention? Memory. Jadi lebih panjang ingatannya kalau dia mengingat simbol atau bentuk instead of abstract. Abstract itu seperti tadi, Repeat after me. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. That is very abstract. So we have to transform it into a concrete thing, either by books or by video or by songs, yeah, or flashcards. So it will help them to have a long retention. Okay. And the third one, teaching media help to have the very vibes or what is that, attractive atmosphere. Do you know the concept of what is that? If you are happy, it will be easier to absorb informations, right? So there is a theory said that teaching media also can help the students to make them feel happy. So the atmosphere will very diverse from a very boring class into an attractive class. So if your students being into the happy atmosphere, it tends to be it is very easier for them to absorb any informations. Okay, so these are the functions of the teaching media itself as a bridge. Ini sebagai jembatan to make them know or understand about the concept, yeah, into a child understanding. You got the point? Very good. Okay, so now you can underline, yeah, that the teaching media is a cognitive bridge. Okay, so now we are going to move to the next kinds of media. So if it is important, so what kinds of media do we need to use, yeah, to implement in the class? First of all, I would like to ask you, how many kinds of media do you know? How about you?
Maybe audio, visual, and visual.
Audio, visual, and visual, audio, visual, and visual. Okay. Is there any other who would like to add? One more. How about you?
So I know that media have two kinds. The first one is concrete and then digital media.
Very good.
For the concrete one, it could be a book and a flashcard. And also for the digital ones, it could be games and also digital, like interactive PowerPoints.
Okay. Thank you so much. Interesting. Is there any other? Well, basically, the teaching media, yeah, kinds of teaching media or type of teaching media, basically they are categorized into four, yeah. The first one is visual media. Visual media, something that we can see or focus on visually. For example, what is that? Books, for example, or that kinds of media. Flashcard, yeah. Flashcard is a very general things that is used by the English teachers, right? To implement or to teach vocabulary. So we need visual media, something that they can see, yeah, not only memorizing, not only imagining, but also see. Next, the second one is audio media. So what do you think in this audio media? What is the functions of this audio media? What is the characteristic or the learning objective to use this learning media? Audio media. To teach what? To teach listening, speaking, reading, or writing, or to teach vocabularies? Yes, mostly the teacher use audio media to teach listening. Yeah, audio media, for example, what kind of audio media? Songs. What else? Only songs, right? Or storytelling. What else? Podcast, yeah. That is audio, right? Or any instruction, stand up. Itu kan dari mendengarkan adik-adik. So that is also categorized into an audio media. And then also we have audio visual, yeah. The mix between visual and audio is audio visual media, like what? For example, video, games, YouTube, maybe you can see any play song in YouTube or something else, yeah. Next, digital media. The media that use PCs to operate it, yeah, or platform. For example, what kind of platform for making a digital media? Canva, Quizzes, Word Wall, Kahoot, La 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 la. Okay, so many. If you would like to search it on, on any platform, there will be a lot. Digital media. Now, before we move into your challenge, I like to to ensure that the selections of you have to also ensure the selections of media. I know that there's no one single media fits to all, but as a teachers who know the pedagogical competence, who has the pedagogical competence as well as professionals competence, you have to really understand about the media selections. Why do I need to? You have to keep asking on your mind, why do we need to use these kinds of media? Why do we need to use these kinds of media? For what indicators should we achieve by using this media? So that's why we have to, remind, or you have to decide from these 3 gears. The first one from the learner itself, what age, specifically to use the flashcard. Kalau saya di sini mengajar bahasa Inggris untuk orang dewasa gitu advanced English, tidak relevan lagi menggunakan flashcard, right? Because the age, Anda punya tahapan kognitif yang jauh di atas anak primary school. The second one is learning style as well, and then also proficiency level. There will be intermediate level, advanced level, and then also basic level, and so on and so forth. So you have to think about this. Who is the participant? Siapa siswa Anda? Kelas berapa dia? Kalau kelas 6 masih pantaskah dia diajarkan dengan lagu, misalnya lagu anak-anak head, shoulders, knees and toes misalnya? Masih relevankah? Mungkin tidak jawabannya Gear 2, the objective, tujuan pembelajarannya, and then the third one is the context. Okay, so that is the way how you need to remind this one. Okay, later on I will discuss about this. So I have a challenge for you. Now you have to make a group consists of 5 into 6 member or 4 into 6 member. So the thing that you have to do is that to make the media to a certain situations or a certain class. You ready with this? Yes, you are ready. Okay, now you have to move your back, sit back to your partner, to your group, I mean. Okay, now you have a group. Now I would like to differentiate. This group belongs to the first grade of primary school. Okay, for group 2, so you are going to have the part of human's body. Okay, for grade. Okay, still grade 1, it doesn't matter, So make on any media, choose any media, either Canva, WordWall, or Quizy, right? So for the group 3, you are going to discuss about the, what is that?
Food and drink.
Food and drink. So what kinds of platform do you use?
Canva.
Canva, very good. So now, I give you 15 minutes to finish it up, Don't forget to also include the cognitive area that you would like to achieve, For example, students able to what? Able to mention or able to match the words with the pictures or something. Okay, let's start. Oh, ini berarti indikatornya adalah menjodohkan atau apa? Memahami konsep is MR kan bisa kan, karena that is, that are. Okay, memahami konsep is MR. Okay, good. Okay, food and drink, capaian pembelajarannya apa? Supaya bisa learning objektif, mengenal nama, berarti C1. Oke, karena kelas 1 mengucapkan, mengenal, apa nih? Oh, mengelompokkan, semua C1 kan? KKO C1. Next. Ya, oke. Food and drinks. Oke, good.
Oke, jadi kami dari kelompok 1 membuat media pembelajaran berupa kuis menggunakan platform berupa Quizy, yaitu di mana kita membuat materi pembelajaran berupa tentang animals atau binatang yang mempermudah anak-anak SD itu untuk mempelajari dan mendeskripsikan tentang binatang.
Jadi di sini kita membuat pembelajarannya di mana di sini kita menyocokkan apa saja binatang-binatang, apa bahasa Inggris dari binatang pada gambar di sini seperti itu.
Oke, terima kasih. Oke, give applause. Oke, yang lain silakan dengarkan dulu ya. Presentasi dari kelompok 2, please.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So today we're going to present about our work about the media that we use for teaching young learners, English for young learners. So the material that we got is food and drink, and we use Canva for the platforms. And here our group makes some like interactive PowerPoints made by Canva. So there's Canva, there is the learning objective. So the learning objective is get to know the names of food and drink. So we'll put some vocabularies and then saying vocabularies with correct pronunciation and also group food and drinks. So in this PowerPoint, we also provide some pictures, illustration about food and drinks and also with the vocabularies. And after that, we also have a challenge for the kids to like grouping which one is food and which one is the drink. That's all from our group. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Give applause for this group. You may sit back. Thank you so much. So those 3 groups has present. Give applause for you all. Thank you so much. So while designing a learning media or teaching media, you need to also remind about the learning objectives. Yeah, the participant, the learning objectives, and then also the media itself. So now we are going to open any discussion maybe. Do you have any questions dealing with this, the use of or the designing of the media? Anyone? Question please? Do you have any question? Okay, please.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for the opportunity. So my question is, we in English we learn about for speaking skill, right? So how do we determine the right media for teaching those words?
Okay, that is a very good question from Surya. So that's why I provide you with these slides. Yeah, this is the way how is actually sticking the media itself. So how do you propose the media will be? Need to be have a circle, you know, like it's cyclist actually, because there is no one media fit to all. Yeah, let's say for example, I would like to teach vocabulary to kids as well as teaching listening. So it is very possible, but it needs a series of media, series of different media. For example, if you would like to teach vocabulary, for example, so you will be suitable to use a flashcard. After they know the concept of this vocabulary, I mean like dia sudah paham itu apples and then also all the thing happens in the words, then you may move to or masuk ke tahapan berikutnya. Jadi memperkenalkan pronunciation-nya. Jadi setelah tahu vocabnya, kan mungkin dia belum tahu pronunciation-nya, ya kan? Kalau vocabulary dengan menggunakan flashcard kan dia baru kegiatan menjodohkan, mencocokkan gitu ya, menebak dan lain sebagainya. So the next step is about the reinforce the pronunciations by using a different media as well. Yeah, don't use any flashcard anymore. Yeah, if you move to the next stage or the level. Yeah. So you can use an audio chant, for examples. Yeah, move to the audio media. For example, like songs. Yeah, after exposing them with flashcard, then ask them to sing a song, for example, just to let them know how to pronounce these vocabularies in a correct way. Okay, so next, the third loop, is that apply the word in the context of, by watching by watching the audio visual cartoon clips. So the first one is visual media, to teach vocabulary, for example. Next, we move to the audio media to teach how to pronounce. Next, we move to the audio visual media to teach the context. Jadi dia tahu kapan digunakan dari cerita tersebut. So there is no only using a flashcard and then your students understands how to speak well. It's impossible. Jadi there will be any cycles for that. Dari ajarkan flashcard and then the second step, third step, and then until they assess with the digital game. So the games is also the media, to teach English for young learner. Okay, everyone? How about you, Surya?
Yes,
Is that Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so now if you have no questions, so what we can conclude? Is there anyone who would like to conclude what we have learned today? Anyone? Oke, silakan disimpulkan.
Baik, Miss, izin menjawab dalam bahasa Indonesia. Di pembelajaran hari ini saya dapat menyimpulkan bahwa media pembelajaran sangat penting untuk pembelajaran bahasa Inggris karena dapat membantu siswa memahami materi-materi yang bersifat abstrak. Kemudian ada beberapa jenis media seperti media visual, audio visual, dan media digital. Nah, kemudian untuk membuat media kita perlu memperhatikan dari untuk siapa media itu dibuat, kemudian apa yang ingin dibelajarkan dalam media tersebut, apakah ingin mempelajarkan vocabulary, listening, atau reading. Kemudian juga kita perlu menyesuaikannya dengan kondisi siswa.
Oke, terima kasih. Give applause. Okay, so now we moving to the closing session. So thank you so much for your participations. Like what your friends have conclude the topic about the teaching media, bahwa teaching media itu sebagai jembatan cognitive or cognitive bridge within the abstract thing into the concrete thing, because a young learner or students in primary school in age 7 to 12 still in the stage of operasional konkret, ya, masih pada operasional konkret. Jadi yang bisa dapat saya simpulkan adalah the most effective media is the one that makes children want to use English again tomorrow, right? So the next sessions we are going to talk about teaching listening to children. So we are going to discuss about the teaching model for teaching listening to children. Alright? So you may provide yourself by an article or reading any articles or international published journal. So provide yourself, so later on we discuss about it. Thank you so much, have a great day, and we'll see you next week. I close with Paramesanti. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum, salam sejahtera dan salam harmoni.
Salam harmoni.
Thank you everyone. Bye.